Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope every great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is something crazy from Stephen Crowder, what he's talking about what's going on here with some of these, what you call DEI professionals. Some from even the military, and we all know that the military has gotten somewhat woke in the recent times. There is a whole thing that I would have to say about specifically what the military is doing and how we're currently doing it, regardless whether or not people would say that we have, that most of our military is artificial or robotic now. Doesn't change the fact that we still have some female soldiers, which are in the military, which is a kind of a problem if we're talking on the grounds. Now, don't get it all up in the uppity here. I'm not saying that women should not be allowed in the military. What I'm saying is that when it comes on the grounds type combat, it is difficult to want to have a female on the grounds because they're not as strong as men, and they tend to show results of not being as productive as it comes anywhere else, such as driving or airplanes. They seem to be as equal to men there, so that's where they should probably be. But nonetheless, without we going to get into that, we have this from Stephen Crowder saying, breaking, top DEI advisor to U.S. Navy Admiral Lisa Franchetti tells undercover journalist China is the United States' biggest threat, and that woke initiatives will be gone if a world war breaks out. Says, my military colleagues think DEI is a waste of time, believes Trump will win election, but claims he will skirt around a Trump order entering DEI in our armed forces amidst military is weaker under Joe Biden. Well, that's a given, right? Because, again, we've had Joe Biden come out before and pretty much just say that, or not just say, but where Joe Biden's military disaster in Afghanistan. Like, I mean, that is a travesty just, that should never, ever have happened. I don't, it's like, I think a lot of Americans know that, but at the same time of knowing that, there is more of a, concern for, like, what's in their pockets, what's like the economy and where it's at, and that's kind of the issue that we have here, and that's kind of skirted around. But but it's like that's just one of the big things that's an issue, and I am not surprised that our military is weaker under Joe Biden. It says they military colleague thinks it's a DEI waste of time, except my boss, Lisa, the Admiral, she doesn't think it is. She likes it, but secretly everybody else is like, what's going on to happen when the first missile hits the side of the first guided missile escort ship? What's DEI going to matter? It won't. Diversity, equity, inclusion, it will just go out the window. None of this DEI is going to matter when China invades Taiwan. Our biggest foe right now is China. That's our worry. Nobody else, if we went to war with China, it would escalate to a world war. We may end up speaking Chinese. I mean, let's be honest. If we have a Republican in office, it will bolster our military. If we have a Democrat, it'll continue to just be like to make do with what you have. Slap things together, to put duct tape on it, poor training. I think Trump will win. I think he's going to win hands down unless something happens, he goes to jail or somebody kills him. And what I have here is that I can honestly really believe this. I mean, we have, when you put in DEI, what does DEI actually mean? DEI doesn't mean the best people get the best people get the job. It means we choose a specific person, and this person goes here, this person goes here, and regardless of wanting to actually do something correct and put the best people for the job, we select them by gender, we select them by race, which is against the law, by the way. You can't just select people by race, and putting them in because they're black, or because they're female. That's completely asinine. You just do not do this, alright? And let's go to Admiral Lisa Franchetti here, to what we have, what's going on, because we need to look at this. This is Admiral Lisa Franchetti. And this woman here is that wants to incorporate DEI. Why are you here then? Are you here because of DEI as well? Are you actually good at your job? What are your I really want to know this person's accomplishments. I mean, again, you can have all these badges and stuff like that onto your chest or whatever, but what do those badges mean? Are you actually in there for being successful? Are you actually there for being good? What does it say? It says Admiral Lisa Mary Franchetti is a United States Navy Admiral who has been the Chief of Naval Operations, and due to having that position, a member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff since November 2nd, 2023. She is the first woman to be Chief of Naval Operations and the first woman to serve on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. So, again, Rochester, New York, so that's another problem here. And, again, what is this exactly? Because she's been a Joint Chiefs of Staff for November 22nd. What are her accomplishments? Like, let's look at this accomplishments. What did she do? Surface Warfare, ADM Virginia previously served as Vice Chief of Naval Operations Director for Strategy, Plans, and Policy of the Joint Staff and a Commander of the United States 6th Fleet from 2018 to 2020. She's also commanded career strike groups and U.S. Naval Forces Korea during her career. So, again, I don't see where this is she commanded USS Ross, DDG-71, and just embarked on U.S. account on St. Chenis. So, I'm not seeing to where this person here is even remotely good at her job, or what she's done here. Where she's received her commission in 1985 through the Naval Reserve Officer Training Corps program at Northwestern University, where she received a Bachelor of Science in Journalism. Okay. She holds a master's degree in organizational management from the University of Phoenix. Her operational tours include Auxiliaries Officer and 1st Division Officer on USS Shenandoah, Navigator and Jefferson, Coordinator on board USS Monongalia, Operations Officer on U.S. Mooseburger, my apologies, Combat Systems Officer and Chief Staff Officer for Destroyer Squadron, Executive Officer of USS Stout, and Assistant Service Operations Officer on USS George Washington Strike Group. So, again, I'm not seeing anything here that is a great importance, right? You know, it just seems like she got this hire, she got this job or whatever because, one, Biden is in office, and two, she got this, she's a Bachelor of Science in Journalism, which I don't know how this has anything to do with actual military type stuff, and a master's degree in organizational management, which that's good, I guess you could say, for, you know, controlling or managing people. But that's the only thing that I see here. But I don't see anybody else that would have, you know, an appropriate thing to where she would be good. I'm not seeing any of these accomplishments here to where she seems to be ready for war if something happens to break out, and she wants to incorporate DEI, which it seems another huge problem to me if you're going to incorporate such a system, which is not the benefit of our, which is, you know, not at the benefit of our country. It says here as well that soon as China invades, when China invades Taiwan, none of this is going to matter. That's what they're going to say saying to me about my program. Riggs told the Mug Club undercover journalist that he believes Donald Trump will win, etc., etc., all that stuff. Again, DEI is a sham. It's always been a sham. It's always been racist. It's not actually benefited anybody in the actual cause of anything. And we have this, this recording here from Stephen Crowder saying, heard some of you think the DEI advisor who said he would skirt a Trump order banning DEI in the military is a conservative and what that we somehow outed him. Interesting. Anyways, he is telling our journalists not to vote for Trump and to vote for Biden.
Well, now that I've talked to you, I'm just going to vote for Trump because I want a strong military.
No, I don't think I'd vote for Trump.
But I want a strong military.
I mean, we're strong right now with Biden. I know. We're going to lose a war anytime soon. I told you about Trump taking money from us.
Yeah, but that was for the, he could probably defend that if it was for the border, because that would be a part of national defense, would it not?
Well, I mean, the reason why he gave us the money and then took it from us, we can go across from that. Because I think we got to go that way. He took it from us because he couldn't get the money from the Senate and stuff like that. But then he actually ended up, they shot it down. They said it was illegal for him to take the money. Because once money's appropriated, you can't,
take it back.
Redirect it. It's kind of embezzlement at that point.
I'm sure he knows about that.
I'm sure he does. I would probably vote for Biden.
Yeah.
So again, he's also contradicting himself here, right? Where he's saying Trump is bad, saying Trump is bad and all that, but at the end of the day, he's saying DEI is a waste of time. So what is his real actual thing here? What is he actually talking about? Because, again, Biden has shown, time and time again, has shown that our military is not strong. Our military is not what it needs to be. The Afghanistan thing really shows on what's going on. It really shows on how bad it is, honestly, and what's going on, how incompetent our military is currently, and I don't think any of this would happen under Trump at all. I mean, sure, he could say that Trump did embezzlement, okay, which should not be good. However, if he's taking that money and redirecting it to protecting our national security, which is our borders, which definitely needs to be defended right now, then I think that would be fine. But nonetheless, we have these issues here that these people just contradict themselves consistently, and I think that we need to be very, very worried on our actual military as of currently, because I don't think we're safe, I don't think we're protected, and we need an actual strong military to protect us from any ongoing or current wars that may be in front of us. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Like, guys, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, because it's algorithmic disease, the social media.